So I'll go ahead and start with a roundup here. So do this kind of at the beginning of every one of these where we'll chat through all of the different series and kind of where we stand with all of them. So series one, still seeing stuff out there. It's obviously Ventress has been a big hit here at Walmart for a long time. I would imagine we'll continue to see those around here for a while. And even when we interviewed the brand manager early on, he did talk about that series one stuff does tend to sit around for a really long period of time. A lot of people are excited about it, they pick it up, and to the same degree, they're not sure about how what the demand is going to be. And so then they end up, purchasing a lot of them. They get them out there on the shelves, and then that doesn't always hit. Well, now we've got him here. Everyone, welcome to the stage, Cole Williams from Micro Galaxy Squadron, the Instagram page and Facebook. He's not actually a Jazwares employee for all of you that think that he is. So, welcome.
Definitely not. What's up? What are you sorry I'm late.
Yeah, no worries.
Crazy evening.
I can imagine. I can imagine between dinner ending at 8:30 and then having to get here.
Yeah. It's always crazy.
Yep, I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling.
What are you chatting about?
Hey Scott, what's up? Oh yeah, the Jazwares guy. Yep.
Speaking of
swings. Yep. Yeah, we're just doing
still not a Jazwares guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hold on. Let me check an email real quick.
Yep, for sure. So while you're doing that, there is really not much other Series 1 stuff out there unless you find it at some of the discount stores, or maybe even what was I going to say? The discount stores like an Ollie's or something like that, or Ross. And then if we're looking at Series 2, surprisingly, I've actually seen some Series 2 stuff pop up in Walmarts, which was really fascinating to see that.
Kevin, I've got some breaking news.
Okay, hit me.
Are you able to pull an image from your phone into the stream very easily?
Yes.
Not very easily?
Well, I can. Yep. Let me see what I can do here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and break this news.
Okay.
I think the people like it.
Get this pulled up here.
Kevin, not aware of this news either. He's seeing this in real time. Part of the reason I was late jumping on, trying to figure out if I'm able to share this with you. I think I'm able to share it.
Okay.
If
great.
not, I'll be in jail next week, so we'll see.
Nice. There you go, man.
Boom.
Here we go. Boom. Series 7 reveal on September 10th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Tuesday.
We're getting a Series 7 revealed. Will this be the full Series 7?
I neither know nor am able to say.
Nice. So this will be with Kevin from Toying Around, as well as Paul from Bitter Asian Dude, our favorite
Carson Teva, the Nick Fury of the Mandoverse himself.
That's right. Yep. And you've got, is that also going to be a representative from Jazwares there as well?
That is the case, yes. That image leads me to believe that may not have been determined yet.
Sweet.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but there will be someone there, and they will be bringing goodies. I assume images and maybe things to actually hold in their hands. I'm not sure. But
that's great, man.
I know people have been waiting for anything remotely close to this for quite some time. So this is awesome. I'm glad. Also, just beyond humbled to have been asked to be a part of it.
I know. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
With
Yeah, and especially getting a chance to be able to be with those guys and to be able to see Series 7 all prior to it being released, which has been one of the things that we've been asking for now for a while, to be able to get some information on what's coming.
exactly, yeah, I think they're trying their best now to maybe get ahead of it a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
at some point get ahead of some of these retailer system leaks, and maybe get ahead of China. Who knows? Those photos. I don't know if you can ever get ahead of China.
No, I know. That's probably one of those things that really stinks for them
Yes.
is having all of that stuff roll out without being able to give it a proper intro.
Yeah, I definitely know that is not anyone there's favorite thing for sure. Is
Yeah.
when that happens.
Yeah, they're trying to get ahead of Cole.
They're trying to get ahead of me.
That's great.
I don't post everything. I you know, it depends. It depends on what the info is and how it comes out. I'm slightly more discerning than I used to be, but I think
Yeah.
in these live streams, I think pretty much everything comes out. It's all fair game, but at least on the social channels,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well, that's cool.
slightly discerning. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's been forever. I can't remember the last time. The last time we had any kind of anything like this, I believe, was on one of your live streams last year. Correct?
That's a good question. I feel like on
I
any
think
of the
so.
live
Right?
streams and interviews that we did, it had been small things. So it was like a very small trickle of information.
Right. I mean, any kind of appearance.
Oh, yes, for sure. Any
Yeah.
appearance, absolutely, from a social perspective,
Yep.
beyond Jeremy doing the things with comicbook.com.
For
That was,
Vault,
yeah,
sure.
that was basically
That's
it.
kind of a Vault wide. Yeah. Yeah. Other
Yeah.
lines may get stuff like this. I don't know, but I know it's been a long time. People are more than ready for this to happen,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll become a thing. I don't know, but
Yeah. Let's hope so.
yeah, super excited to be involved. I believe it'll be on. I'm not sure if it's set in that image. I believe it'll be on Paul's channel, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Let's see here.
Tuesday, 9 o'clock, same time as this, 9 o'clock Eastern, Tuesday night, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. on YouTube.
Oh,
Whoa.
hold on a second here.
So that'll be cool. I don't know, why am I there? I don't know, but I'm glad to be there. The voice of the people.
There you go. That's
So,
right.
send DM me your questions and I'll grill them until they kick me off.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's probably an exclusive. They literally just sent that over and said it was fair game. So
Oh, cool.
that's probably the first time anybody's heard about that.
So why hasn't anybody talked about the Walmart exclusive Skiff playset? It is coming out still. It's still on
Soon.
On pre-order. Yeah, it's supposed to be here at the end of September. I think it'll
Like
be interesting.
28th, something like that, right?
Yeah,
I
it'll be
think mine
interesting to
says
see if
28th.
those stick or not because of the T6 and how that shifted. But yeah, are there any where's the T6 picks? Maybe we'll get it on Tuesday. That would be sweet, considering that
Maybe, I don't know.
they have arrived in the U.S. last week. That is the battle pack, I'm guessing. Yes, no.
Is that
But
David?
yeah, here you go.
DC
So
Metro?
yes, this is live on Bitter Asian Dude. Yep.
Yep. Cool. That is where you can find it.
Yeah, for sure. The Carcoon Battle Pack. Yeah. Okay, cool.
The first
That's
of
great.
potentially many things shipping out.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a list of it here as we get further along in this of all of the things that are coming. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody buckle up for the holiday season because
it's not like Black Series or anything like that where you've got $1,000 worth of pre-orders open, but it's a lot, and it's all about to come kind of at once. Like October is going to be another massive month.
Yeah, so we've got one of the other things that we had here is sort of series.
Sorry to totally derail you, but
No, that's good. That's good. So series three, there's not really much going on with series three. Series four is I've actually seen some series four stuff out on in like Walmart's, which has been pretty wild to see because I haven't seen any in my area for a long time. There's some Series 5 stuff still trickling out there, especially with the light armor class. There's a ton of light armor class commons. It seems like,
that's still just what Walmart is stocking, I
yeah.
guess. That's
And
still what they're putting
the
out. I don't even
crazy,
think they have the might come up later. I'm not even sure they have Series 6 light armor yet, so
yeah,
it might be a minute before we see those.
the Series 5 stuff too, the thing that's the most, I think, frustrating for us about it is how many common cases. It's almost like they shipped out a couple of ones that had some chases and rares, and then everything's been commons.
There was a big dry spell there, but I've seen more than a handful of Vader finds this past
Mm,
week.
nice.
So
Yeah.
whatever happened, I think the initial shipments, several people were finding those. And then it really dried up for the 6 weeks or so there, maybe, or more, maybe a couple months.
Yep.
And then just in this past week, out of nowhere, it feels like 6, 7 posts I've seen from people finding Vaders.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
maybe he's back out there. I'm still curious if Vault has anything to do with this, because you'd assume they're just taking the first 1,500 that are out of the factory and they're going straight to Vault storage.
Mm,
You would assume, right? And then they're
yeah.
mixing in the other 3,500 or so of them.
Right.
So I have no idea if that affects it at all, but it seems like it could be a possibility.
Yeah, it certainly could be. I mean, I would say for it to be as dry as it has been on the light armor class chases and rares, it's likely has something to do with how they packed the cases.
Yeah.
So
And Kit is almost as rare as Vader. I mean, I don't know that I've seen that many
more so.
kits. Yeah, maybe even more so. I guess he's the chase, right? So,
Yeah.
man, it's been crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen very, very few kits
Hmm.
posted about ever. So,
Yep. I would agree. I'm lucky that I found the one that I did when I did. It was like
you
kind of
you
crazy.
found one yourself?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot
I
about
found
that.
one right when they first started to hit. Luckily, I found one. But I have seen nothing else light armor class
That is lucky. Yeah.
chase. Yeah, chase or rare. Yep,
Wow.
which has been pretty wild. But yeah, that's your Series 5. Series 6 is out there now. The Starfighter class. Glad to see that Walmart is actually starting to get the chases and rares, which is
Yeah,
sweet.
it's wild, man. This week is like they opened the floodgates on Harrah's, right?
I know. It's
It,
great to see.
I feel
Great.
like it's a dozen posts a day of people finding at least one Hera, or if not two from the case.
Right. Right. Yeah, and also nice to
I
see
found one.
too. Oh, look at that, man. You
Yeah.
actually found one. Good for
First
you.
first rare chase found in the wild since
The Outland.
Antok.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Antok,
the
which would have been maybe early 2023.
yeah,
Something
the
like that.
what
It's
was I
been
gonna
over
say?
a year. It's been over a year since I've found one. And I
Oh,
do I do hunt like it's a part-time job, so not for
yeah,
lack of trying.
the other nice one was somebody found the three of the chases um at the one place, which is nice because that means that potentially as we're getting these Walmart packs, they're not the same type of case pack as what we're finding at Targets. So they might just be going,
Three.
hey, we got all of our commons out. Now let's just get all these chases and rares out
Surely
there.
not. That would be so chaotic.
Yeah, for sure.
I would rather 3 different stores get one than one store get 3, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In an ideal world, I think that works out better for most people probably.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. Um, And so now we're just waiting for pre-orders. So there's tons of pre-order stuff that we'll have. Again, we'll take a look at that here as we get a little bit deeper into
A
this. But
lot, yeah.
yeah, let's run through what we have here first, and then we'll go ahead and do the unboxing that you've got. So Cole has got a couple different things to unbox here as we get a little bit later in the program, which it'll be interesting to see what happens. So got a big Jazwares box as well as some Scout class. So
yeah, I we'll see if I have room back here for this. I maybe should have changed my setup.
yeah, that's right.
Not sure how visually appealing it'll be.
So first thing we've got here is we have got uh, the U-wing. So this is the Rebel U-wing from uh, Rogue One, and this thing looks sweet. I am
Yeah,
a
I think
huge
we
fan of
we
this one.
talked about it last stream, but the images hadn't come out. These were posted on Amazon Germany.
Yep, pretty
And
awesome looking color paint scheme, and then you do get the one nice thing about the this is like a about as close as I could get where I could get both the U-wing and the figures in it. The pilot's helmet looks amazing, for one, and then all of the figures look different versus what we got with the what was it? It was the Millennium Falcon, the Return of the Jedi one, where we got the Endor troopers
mhm.
that were just the same generic figure.
Yeah, are
So
two and four different on there?
they do look different.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
they do look
awesome.
different, but that's really cool.
That's one of those things they don't have to do, but man, it's great,
Hmm.
especially like different flesh tones and stuff like that. That'll be great. Are these reworked? They're just kind of repaints of the
Endor troopers.
indoor troopers. Is that what this
It
is?
looks similar, very
Yeah.
similar to that. Yeah. Here's a couple other images. Obviously, all of the functionality of the U-wing is the exact same as what we got initially, but very cool looking.
Which was great.
Yeah, agreed.
Such a good ship, man. This one was awesome.
It
I
really
love
is.
this release. It's one of those that I got and immediately was like, I will buy however many repaints they put out of this.
Yep,
It's so cool.
it
Um,
is.
this one was an obvious choice, and then if they want to use that mold again and go a little deeper, the partisan,
Oh man, that would be awesome.
the black partisan U-wing,
Yep.
I would love that one too. And that just means like you could get oh man, think of the cool microfigs you could box in with that one. You could get
Yeah, you could do
saw
saw. Yep.
uh two tubes.
Yep.
Jazwares, let's get a Edrio two tubes micro figure in the line.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Which the only if I had to nitpick anything about that Rebel U-wing release, I get it. I get why it comes with what it does. I think those are mostly repaints for them, but
Yeah.
a new mold of Biston would have been really, really, really cool for that gun, the mini
Mm.
gun on the side.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean,
That would have been really
that would have
cool.
been like icing on the cake,
Yeah.
cherry on top. A little tiny Biston would have been very, very cool.
Yeah.
3D printers, 3D guys,
We'll get them.
get on that Biston.
Yep. The what do you think about how this one will sell relative to the standard version? Because the standard version came out, everybody was gangbusters for it, and now they're just
I think they made a lot, yeah.
setting.
So theoretically, this one it's it's a repaint, so I don't think
Yep.
I don't think it'll ever sell quite as much as the first release because
Mm.
not everybody's willing to double dip on things, at $30.
Yeah.
So it's gonna help it that it's a Target exclusive in the
Hmm.
States, so you're not fighting with other retailers. So anybody
Yeah.
that wants one is coming to one single retailer. Um, it just depends on how many they've ordered. I think
Hmm.
I, I hope it does well. It's really cool.
Yeah,
in
that's
a
really cool.
perfect world, it would probably not overlap with the existing stock that's on the shelf.
Yeah, let's hope it
Um,
doesn't, because they're certainly going through a clearance of it now.
right.
You know.
And since it's an exclusive, I don't think we'll have an issue with it getting tied to the same SKU or a different SKU
Mhm.
or anything like that. Well,
Yeah.
I say that Target has been doing insane things with their SKUs lately, so I can't say
Mhm.
anything with any certainty. But it could come out and have a blind box SKU. I don't know at this point, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Let's
don't know
let's
what
hope
they're doing
not.
over there these days.
I know.
But yeah, I it Target, and this isn't Micro Galaxy exclusive. This is across the board. Target is still way, way, way over ordering almost all of their exclusives.
Mm,
I mean, you
okay.
see so many Target exclusives sitting there. All those Black Series ones that recently came out are sitting.
Which ones are
Um,
those?
different lines.
Is that like
The the
Fleet Commander?
Mandalorian,
Yeah.
the blue guy,
Yep.
some kind of Mandalorian.
Like the Fleet Commander, I think is what's called, or
Uh, no, it looks like him a lot. It's just another one
mm,
from season 3, I guess. And then they've got the droid pack with R5 and the pit
yes.
droids. Seen
Yeah.
a lot of those sitting around as well. And even with other lines, just walking down the aisles, you see a lot of I see tons and tons of those Netflix Skeletor Demogorgon 2-pack things.
That
Tons of
seems like
those.
such an odd pairing. You know what I saw the other day, which I thought was
There's a
also
lot of
crazy,
crossover stuff happening right now. I don't know how popular it is, but
is
they're
little people. Like
excuse me?
like the little people play like the play school things. Like, did you
Oh,
get them for your
oh,
kids, like
oh,
little Disney ones, little
oh.
people?
I thought you were just talking about somebody you saw at the store.
No, no, no. Like the toy. It's called Little People.
Oh, okay. I'm
They're,
unfamiliar, I guess.
you haven't seen that before?
What
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh.
Who makes it?
I think it's Play School that makes it.
Are they okay? They're like the stocky.
Yes. And
Okay,
they have like a
sure,
little thing on
maybe.
the bottom of them where you can kind of put them into like little play sets and all of that stuff. But they
Okay,
have
yeah, no,
one.
I know what you're saying.
They have a Stranger Things one
Of course.
that has Vecna in there, which is like it's like a bloody thing that has like a skeleton under it. It is frightening. I'm like, you're
Do
really
you
making
think
that?
they're going a little too far back with the nostalgia?
I mean, it's like,
You
dude,
liked it as a
seriously?
3-year-old.
Right.
You'll like it now.
I know. I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, is that really what that is?
Ninja Turtle
Little
Binkies.
People is Mattel.
Is
Mattel.
it okay?
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. Because I used to have a ton of Disney princess stuff for the kids, and we got like the princess house and everything, and it was actually pretty cool. Like the playsets are awesome for what they are. But yeah, I saw the Stranger Things set, kind of disturbing. Yeah, I wouldn't get that for my kids either.
That's
It's
the thing. It's not for the kids.
right.
They think some, millennials gonna come in and buy a set of Little People. I don't,
Yeah,
how
that is wild.
how
But
how
anyways,
how far can you stretch this you know, this like banking on people's nostalgia?
yeah. I guess as far as going to to something like that. Well, the next thing that we've got we want to talk through as we keep this moving along is a couple releases here of some pictures of the E-wing. So we've got Lieutenant Callahan's E-wing here. The droid looks awesome on this one,
Agreed. Yeah.
and I would say the pilot looks pretty incredible as well. Here's the back of the box. Nothing really to write home on the back of the box. There's some landing gear on there, it looks like, and then just the cockpit opens and the droid goes in. That's really all that we've got with it. And then you've got the
There
oh
it
yeah,
is. There it
yes, you
is.
got the Dark Empire E-wing, and the great thing about this, you can see on the box there, it's showing where this comes from. and it says Legends on here.
Legends, yeah, that's
So
really really nice.
all of the fans out there that wanted them to go kind of beyond what like the normal Star Wars universe is, it is amazing that they got this through. From a Lucasfilm perspective, to get Legends in there, it's still really cool. And so this does bring up a good point. So all of those people that are interested in, you know, sorry, I thought that was before I said Dark Empire. I thought that was the Heir to the Empire or Shadows of the Empire. All of that stuff
Yeah,
is potentially
Shadows
fair
has a lot
game.
of fans for sure.
Yeah,
I
which
know
makes this really cool.
it. Not a week goes by that I don't hear 3 or 4 people mention the Outrider.
Yeah, and so you got a sweet looking pilot there, and the droid looks awesome as well.
It
So that's
looks
cool to
great,
get.
and it's different. I mean, that's like
Yeah,
a unique, really unique pilot. It's a super unique looking droid, and
right.
before seeing these pictures, I think I probably would have said the blue looks better to me.
Hmm.
But now seeing these like real in not in hand, but these actual photos of it,
Yeah,
the red's pretty good too. I don't know. And it's I'm getting the little tickles, like it's making me feel action fleet things.
yep, yep, for sure. Now that E-wing does look totally different,
It
like
does.
180 degrees different than what the Action Fleet one looks like. Yeah, way different. So where are these showing up? These are actually pictures pulled from eBay from
China.
a seller in China. So
China.
these are not actually in stores yet. But yes, the Action Fleet E-wing. Let me grab one so that way I'll show you what it actually looks like.
Yeah, leave that up while I get on my phone and actually send this link out to the video.
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
man, 30 minutes in.
So here is what the original Action Fleet E-wing looks like.
Still, it holds up. Look at that. It holds up.
Yeah,
Looks great.
it looks. I would say the main difference with this one and the other one, the E-wing that we're seeing now is much stockier and shorter. So it's like a wider hull and much shorter than this one is. But this has some awesome features to it. It's got like this little nose piece that pulls out. It's got this slide back piece here on the top, which you slide that back to get the droid. You've got the droid that has the Imperial insignia there on the top of it, which is pretty sweet.
Hmm.
And then you also have, where is it here? I get this piece to come up. You have the opening cockpit that opens up. The one thing that is a problem with this thing, so hang on a second here. If you pull it back even more on the top, it kind of shoots those little flaps out on the side, which is pretty sweet. But the one thing that I would say with these that is a bit of a problem are the laser cannons that are on the bottom. So the laser cannons that are on the bottom, especially when we're looking at this with Action Fleet, one of the things that they had to do from a safety perspective is have these things removable. And they are unique. So you can't take the right side and put it in the left side in the right side, which is unfortunate because if you lose one, you can't replace it.
Like me.
There is a 3D printer out there, somebody on eBay that I found a while back that actually does have them available, so you can purchase them. But yeah, you can really see kind of the difference between the picture of what we're looking at here on the Micro Galaxy Squadron versus the Action Fleet. It's just very different. And then here is the side picture of it, so you can see there's a little engine glow on the actual engines as well.
Look at that. The Dark Empire with a much darker backside there.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of hard to see on that, but yep, for sure.
I believe. I don't know. Yeah, we got the engines painted there.
It does look really cool though. Very
Yeah, I
cool.
can't wait to see one in hand. It's even seeing these images, it's still kind of hard to tell
Yeah.
how big they actually are.
The MGS one looks like it's kind of bird beak. Yes, agreed. It also looks like seeing some of the images of it out of the box, like it's a little short, like a little bit stubby, I think, to fit it in that box. But
The actual design is still kind of that way. I would say
yeah,
the new design is also a little
agreed.
the old one was pointier, a little sharper,
Hmm.
and straighter. This one kind
Yep,
of has a weird slope. It
agreed.
slopes down, so
Yep.
yeah, I think I prefer the old design, but that may just be because I've lived it with it for the last 20 years, so who knows.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm just
So
I'm
then
just
the
glad it came back. I'll
I
take
totally
it. I'll
agree with you.
take it. It's back.
Yep.
Ewing is back.
So then we've got the next big one, which was super exciting to see, that we're getting more pod racers. I mean, I thought after seeing the
Oh yeah.
Anakin Sebulba Boonta Eve thing, just kind of like, man, what a disaster it was getting that out, and then it just didn't sell that great. Um, to be able to get this one and to get two unique uh,
Do we know that
figures, what do we know? What?
it didn't sell that well? They
Yeah.
did not hang around nearly as long as the troop transports.
Well, I will say it
I mean,
seemed like
at least at my stores, they did not hang around long at all. I think maybe one in my city had a few of them that lingered for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and then those were gone too, and we were still stuck with a lot of the troop transports after that. So at
yeah,
least
I
in
would
my
say
city, I mean, they
that the ones
disappeared in under 2 months probably, and were just gone.
it seemed like they didn't get as many. So it seemed like, at least in the stores in my area, that there was only maybe two or three shipments of them that came in, sets of four that came in. And there were a couple of
Yeah,
the Walmarts where they just sat there. I mean, they sold at clearance.
yeah. I mean, I didn't see a ton hanging around, and I think a lot of them got clearanced with the troop transports because
Yes.
they might have shared a similar SKU or assortment. I know there's that same price, so it was easy
Yeah.
to kind of interchange them, and that probably happens some. Um, but it I'm just some idiot online who doesn't know anything about anything. But my guess is for it to be a similar SKU, they were still sitting on so many troop transports that they potentially did not order in the full allotment, or but due to how many they still had on hand, they probably didn't pull in the full amount.
So um I
Again,
don't even Howl Runner base. Did you miss much? Well, I will say the
so
one thing that you did miss
so
is,
maybe yeah, we I just sent this out
let's
on
just
my channel.
let's just highlight this one more time.
We pro-
September 10th, Series 7 reveal coming live on Bitter Asian Dude YouTube channel. This will be 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Series 7 reveal. So if if you want to tune in, there it is.
Yeah, so it looks like we'll be seeing that new Marauder in hand, I would guess, with the little T's in the corner.
Nice.
Um, Probably playing around with the ghost a little bit, ATTE, just chatting through them. And then apparently brand new stuff.
Whatever we're gonna get.
Reveals on a stream. It's been so long. I would say we barely got some at the actual conventions and panels and things like that. So
Yep,
nice to have something dedicated.
for sure. So here is what we're getting with the Podracer. So, and this was the thing I was talking to you about a long time ago. I remember Max talking about this with there being a specific character that had like a terrible backstory, which was Dud Bolt, where he apparently left his family to go do pod racing or something like that, and there was some massacre, and or they all died there. It's like some terrible story,
As one
but
does.
but it is really cool to be getting a very unique one. So when we're looking at the three of these, we already have Sebulba, which we have Sebulba from Action Fleet as well. I would say the Micro Galaxy Squadron version is pretty sweet. And then we're now getting Dud Bolt and Gasgano. So Gasgano actually was an Action Fleet pod racer that did come out. So that came out as actually it was a wind up toy, and there was the figure was glued in, and it's so cool. Have you seen it?
I do not have this. No.
Oh my
I did
gosh!
not
Let
get.
me grab it really quick. It is awesome.
I was out of Action Fleet right in that lead up to episode 1. So I didn't get any. I don't think I have hardly anything prequel trilogy related when it comes to Action Fleet, except the that little speeder in like Theed.
Yeah.
That little place set with the speeder. Yeah, that is the only thing I had.
Thing is awesome. Inside of here, in the back of this, it's got a flint strike in it. And so this guy comes off, and you can see the big wheels underneath of it. And so what you can do, this is a wind up, and I'll see if I can get this on the camera where you can see it. It'll get loud, but let me see if I can do this. And I don't know if you can see it.
That was a bit of a letdown, Kevin.
Little sparks that are going on in there.
No, I neither saw nor heard almost anything. That was
good.
I'm very disappointed.
Loud. But you pull the trigger here, and this thing rockets off, man. Like it rockets. So I would say if you haven't, Cole, I'm telling you, find this thing on eBay. It's one of the cheapest ones that you can get. Get it new in the box. What's that?
That's still cheap?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can get it for like $20 in the box. Because nobody really likes it. I don't think a lot of people know what it is. So when I first got it, I just got the speeder because I was like, I don't want that stupid handle thing. And I got it, and then I started to take it apart because I was going to try to remove the big plastic thing off the back, and I found the flint strike in it. And I was like, that's really weird. What is that for? So then I found it with the actual wind up, and I cranked that thing up, and it's like sparking in the back and everything. And you pull the trigger, and in my hallway is probably like
what a gimmick.
30 feet long. And you pull the trigger, and that thing rockets down the hallway and hits the baseboard on the other side of the room, and it's like banging in the wall.
Shatters into 40 pieces.
It's great, man. Highly recommend getting it.
Yeah, anyways, I don't see little sparky things anymore. I don't know if times have changed on that. Safety standards have changed. I don't see many sparky toys anymore. Also, little cap guns, not a thing anymore either.
No.
Anything like that, just don't see that stuff anymore.
Yeah. So we've got Sebulba's Podracer is actually a battle damage Podracer. You can see some of the marks there on the side of it. So it is the same mold.
I was gonna say, are we assuming it's the same mold with different deco?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I would say so. Then you've got Gasgano's Podracer. This looks pretty sweet. And then you got Dud Bolt. Is that what his name was?
Little paws. Got its little paws hanging out there.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Those are cool, man. I get it. People are gonna I'm sure we'll hear about the Sebulba repaint. Not
Yeah.
everybody's gonna love that, but again, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. These things still have to sell,
Yes.
and I just don't know if 3 random pod racers is gonna sell to some like your average Kathy and little Timmy walking down the aisle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and I
these
think
have to
the
sell
choice
to
of
more than just the hardcore Star Wars fan that's into Micro Galaxy Squadron.
right.
It's got to appeal to somebody for these to be successful. So, while sure in a perfect world I wouldn't have 2 different versions of Sebulba, but I think for them to remain remotely profitable, it's got to have Sebulba in it. And the fact that it's Sebulba makes me think that there's a slight chance that maybe there's another set that might have Anakin in it,
Yeah.
and we could see maybe see fan favorite old Ben,
That would be sweet.
old Ben Q,
That would definitely be
because
sweet. Yeah, I would
I
agree
think
that
with these, if you've got these 4 different racers now, you can't go that deep without
yeah.
having the Quadneros. So
Although
I would
who
say
else?
it's not, it's, there's a non-zero chance we could potentially see something like that. I know nothing.
Mhm.
That's just total conjecture and guessing on my part.
Yeah.
But I would think if you were only going to do the one set, I'd put Anakin in it, because that's going to be,
Right.
I think that would sell well to a general audience,
Definitely gonna have a better
probably more
chance.
than Sebulba, right?
Right. I would agree with you. 100%.
I don't know. Now that I feel like we're really kind of reaching the back end of what could be coming out in this episode 1. I didn't think this episode 1 collection would go this deep
Me
as
either.
we've gone already.
Yeah.
I think some of it's all been really cool, but the further away we get from May the 4th and the theatrical re-release, and um maybe divisive things happening in the world of Star Wars and things like that, I think the further away we get from some of that hype, it'll be interesting to see what goes on with this episode 1 stuff. I don't know if there will be more after this, but I'll buy
Yeah.
it. I'll be there.
Yeah, I think I feel like all of the episode 1 stuff that's coming out now is a late release. It was I would imagine that it was supposed to be coming out earlier in tandem with a lot of the episode 1 stuff that came out.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, that would
A lot of it's the same price range and SKU and stuff, so
yeah.
I mean, they probably wouldn't have stacked all those right on top of each other, but I mean, I guess, when did we get the first? Was it around May that we got the first one?
I
Is
mean,
that
the
right?
first one
They
that we
kind
got
of,
was the bongo and the N1
yeah, and
combination.
that had to have been somewhere around May the 4th, right?
Yeah, had to be. I
Something
don't know.
like that. So
So long ago now.
I don't know. Who knows? I'm happy with what we got. I think that's more than. I mean, we didn't get a ton of episode 1 stuff for the anniversary from other manufacturers, so
No.
I'm happy with what we got. I don't know.
Um,
I wouldn't turn
so
down Ben Quadinaris though, so
let's hope, man. Fingers crossed for you.
I know.
So then the other thing that we've got here, so this was another one that was a Series 7 kind of, I don't know if you want to call it a leak, but it was the one that came up on the Amazon Germany thing. And so this is what your Series 7 Scout class, I believe, is going to be based on what was on there. The lieutenant and commander, the blue and the yellow, is a total guess. I have no idea which one is a chaser or rare.
I was gonna say, yeah. Again, I pulled last stream up and we were talking about this, and
Yeah.
we had a little conversation on looking through this, it's an interesting mix there. I don't know what you make the chase and the rare with this.
Yeah, agreed. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, Dirge is awesome. I, I would love to have Dirge
As a
as well
common
as
though, pretty
Monaka. Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, as a common, it's going to be interesting. I think certainly looking at Series 6 and then Series 7 here, the the width of the skew is smaller. There's only 6 instead of 8, which we had been getting in the previous ones. And then you've only got one chase and one rare. So now they did say, and it hasn't been the case for Scout class up to series until Series 6, but that they were going to do chases and rares only as repaints or stuff like that. So they weren't going to do unique molds. So I don't know whether or not that actually will apply to Scout
Yeah,
class. It
I
has to
was
the
gonna say
others.
we've talked about this though, and I think the direction we thought they were gonna head in was it makes a lot of sense for the uh the individual specific characters
Like the unique
like a
characters.
Dirge or a Sabine to be the rare in chase. I wish they'd
Yeah.
do away with the chases in these and just do the two rares, but
Right.
I think that because you don't want half a case to be Ray or half a case to be
Right.
Anakin or Dirge even, I don't know that that's you. I think if the idea of these is to have kind of an option to army build,
Yeah,
you want the
exactly.
troopers to be the ones that are there in higher numbers.
Agreed.
But it's all just you're kind of working around the rare and chase gimmick with that. So I don't know, but that's what feels better to me is having the more specific, like they did with Boba Fett and things like that
Mhm.
in the flight suit. I mean that made sense to have fewer of those. Aura Singh, same thing.
Right.
Um, Makes sense to have fewer of those. Count Dooku.
Yep.
And then people who want to, I'm sure there are people who are disappointed if they get their fourth clone, but if you get your fourth clone, it's not the end of the world. You're just army building a bigger scene or bigger battle. If you've
Although
got
if you get your
four
fourth
Aura
Kalnaka,
Singh,
yeah,
yeah, if you've got four, you know, Sabines, what are you gonna do?
right. So the other thing to talk about here is Vault. We're going to get to Cole's unboxing here in a little bit, but Vault is an interesting one. So we did have a slight change here this month, which has not fallen in line
Oh,
with what
that's
they had been
right.
doing
Yeah.
previously. So previously they had been releasing, the series of the series, we'll call it Wave, whatever, and the class, starting with Scout class each month. So it'd be Scout class 1 month, Light Armor class next, Starfighter next. And we had that all the way up through Series 4 Light Armor class. So we're still waiting for the Series 4 Starfighter class. Hopefully that's coming in September. Um, and, to be honest, Cole, I think it would be worthwhile for them, or it might make sense, to do the Starfighter class and the Scout class for Series 5 simultaneously because I don't see the Series 5 Scout class doing much, to be perfectly honest. I mean, pretty much everybody's got that
Um,
and then get themselves back
yeah.
on track with
Yeah.
the releases.
I don't know. My guess is they don't necessarily want to be on track, and I think it probably behooves them to occasionally, like, you don't want to catch up to current releases. So
Mhm.
my guess is going forward, there will definitely be months where there is no collector's set. So say this month, we may not even see it this month. I don't know anything about this, but say that the what we saw at SDCC is this month's releases. Say we have the V19 go up,
Mhm.
and that V19 set is this month's. that just pushes it back another month. But it's still just getting those sets further and further away from retail.
Yeah.
And that, I guess, would potentially lead more people to not just wait on the set, but to buy them at retail, which I think is probably their ultimate goal. I don't know. I think it's probably, I'm sure they would like people to buy them at retail and then also buy the collector's set is probably what
Right.
their hope is. But um
Yeah. We just need
yeah,
more.
this scout class boxes, I think they look the nicest. The display is really, really nice. Like, um, they're laid out really well. I think it's the nicest looking set of the three different types, but I think a lot of people have them. Anybody that likes the Scout class thing, since
Right.
Series 3, with the exception of maybe Series 4, 3, 5, and now it's looking like 6, there's a lot of Scout class boxes out there. I mean,
Yeah.
retailers are getting. I've seen that's what I've seen the most of in my area. Is stores
Series 6.
have Series 6
Yeah.
Scout class, Walmart's, um, Target, and it's potentially just a matter of time before GameStop and Hot Topic get them as well.
Yeah. And I
Um,
wonder too, I was going back and forth with somebody on Facebook the other day about this. The Certainly the most prevalent beyond Series 3 in terms of the amount of cases that I've seen sitting out there. But I wonder whether or not how much of that is the offering of what comes in the class versus the problem at Target, which is that a lot of people can't get them out of the store unless they're paying $15. So the ones that I've seen at Walmart are picked through. I mean, there's like a couple sitting around. They're not full cases like there are at Target.
yeah, I would say more often than not, because I usually check. More often than not, I'm seeing at least a few of them in there have been cut open and checked.
In which ones?
Just Scout class in general.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Or it could be returned as well. I mean, they could be
I would say 4 out of 5 times somebody's cut a couple of them open just to check.
sure. Yeah, which is going to be. I mean, it's just going to be the case with
It's
that
what
blind
happened. It's
box.
gonna happen. The
There's nothing to
$15
do.
thing is crazy to me that
Right.
it's gone on as long as it has.
Yeah,
I did
and I
see
guess
now. I saw two different people message in, and they had their stores, their big brain managers did the same thing that happened with the Starfighters, and they had gone through and proactively printed new UPC stickers and put new UPC stickers on all of the blind boxes in the case.
mm,
Super, super smart, great move. I people seem to have not had the best of luck. I think it's been 50-50 maybe with people getting them to change the price of it. I've been
yeah,
shocked at how many people have faced legitimate resistance from managers and customer service about getting the price changed on these things.
yeah, I would agree. I think it's really odd. I mean, I would think that although maybe it happens more than we know because I would think that you have product in your store.
It happens more regularly these days with more items. I've heard from two different Target employees that stuff is uh, n- these days in the past 6 months or so, they're having more of these issues than
Certainly, a
ever
lot
before.
more Target employees are frustrated when asking about backstock. I would say I have for sure in the last 6 months there's been a handful of Target employees that are like, nope, everything's out on the floor. They won't even scan it, which I'm like, all right, whatever. So
Um, Observing humanity, I'm sure I know Jazwares knows about it, and I'm sure they've reached out. I think that Target is just such a massive company that
yeah,
it takes forever. My guess, probably not the most important thing on their
No.
on their
I mean, you
plate.
consider Target is probably like a, well, it's not probably, it is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
They don't really care about a $5 item that's going to make them, you know, $3 in profit or something when they're
One
looking
item
at,
out of one wave in the toy aisle,
yeah,
you know. So
hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that they're
yeah,
making.
they're trying to fix things like a SKU that's messed up on like Tide or medicine or
Right.
Advil, stuff like that. You know, I think that's they're trying to fix that kind of stuff. And they're probably prioritizing things that lose them money,
Hmm.
instead of things that they're selling for triple the price. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jazwares isn't jazzed about it, but that was terrible, and unintentional. But you know what can you do? I guess they pick up the phone every day and give them another call, but I think Target probably just moves so slowly with this. It took what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks for them to fix the Starfighters.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 6 weeks to fix that. So,
And it probably,
man,
to be
who
perfectly
knows?
honest, I wonder how much of it was that them they proactively fixed it versus they got the second shipment of it and they're like, well, what are we supposed to do with this? This is an item that we have that doesn't have a SKU,
Yeah,
and then they figured it out from there. And like,
and
what?
a lot of that, with the way that stuff is automated and systematized, it's I'm sure stuff like that. If there's a big issue, um, the system probably throws up red flags, itself. But getting that stuff fixed, who knows how many of those issues they're dealing with.
Mhm.
And apparently not super high on their priority list. On them, it's a bummer. You don't want to see them just sitting there, but yeah, I mean, if you buy them
But
for $15,
you
you're
know what
crazy.
might be
But
sitting there?
oh man, I you missed the segue. I was gonna segue into these 3 packs that are $10 each.
Oh yeah, we're gonna unbox all of your gear here in a minute.
I
This
did forget
one
about this.
this one
China.
is very interesting. I just don't really get it. Unless this is sold very cheap, I just have a hard time finding that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get this.
Yeah, I don't. Other than this one image right here, I know nothing about this. That's a good point. Is this something that you're gonna pay? Everything we've seen up until this point, we're paying a premium
Yeah.
for it to be in the vault and packaged the way it is, extra art, extra protection, packaging, boxes. It's like a nesting doll getting into these things.
Yep.
Um, but is this one where we could see actual savings because it's an old mold? There's 5 of them in there. Um, you know, I would hope that that is the direction this goes, and or even if it breaks even, $50. Um, my
Man, I don't know. I still feel like $50 is kind of steep on this.
my gut says it's gonna be 60.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's my gut. But man, I think at $40, this thing would. Hey, they've run a sale every 4 or 5. Every just wait till the next holiday. If it's
Yep.
not your thing, but you're on the fence, maybe just wait and see if it hangs around. It's gonna hang around. And just see if
Yes.
there's. I don't fault them for putting extra TIE fighters up there. I think there's people that want to fleet build this stuff and people that love the packaging and completionist and all these other things. I get it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it resonates with people beyond those small groups, though.
Yeah,
And
I would agree.
this has fallen off the truck probably at the factory. One is missing. All of them are upside down. This is why I don't typically post stuff from China like this.
Yeah.
for everyone to see because it's just kind of a mess and it's not really Jazwares' fault. It's
Right.
whoever's, yoinking this
It's
from the
and it's
box
more
is
than
it.
likely a production error that gets thrown off the line, off to the side, and
Who
probably
knows,
someone
or
picks it
just
up.
straight up stolen, who knows.
Right.
Because I keep seeing it brought up, I will reiterate, the longer things have gone on, the more I think this Armada TIE fighter is the exact same TIE fighter as Series 1.
Yeah.
No changes.
It'll be interesting to see. I would be surprised if they wouldn't change the cockpit. Like, why would you not change the cockpit top door? I mean, that's like
I
literally the
so
same.
I think it's very unfortunate.
Hmm.
I think that promo image was an error.
Yeah.
Um,
The one that you're talking about, the promo image that shows the two TIE fighters with one being bigger than the
overlaid on top of each other with one of
other.
them bigger. I think that was an error. And these are the exact same TIE fighter, and I'm not even sure that the like hatch is from series 2.
Yeah, I wish they
I
would
think
just update that hatch. If they updated the hatch, then I
it's
would be
worth it.
totally
It's worth
fine.
it. I know it's a different, and I wish that had been the case for their sakes and ours, but
Mhm.
I think it is a um,
Same thing.
1-to-1 reproduction, with the exception of, I'm sure the cog on the pilot's helmet is not a
Mm,
dot anymore. I would
right.
assume there's an actual cog there now, but unfortunately, I think these are probably the same thing. Now, if we want to get into guesswork, it says, what does that say? Empire fleet on the side
It
there.
does. Yep.
Could we see a rebel fleet with X-wings?
That would certainly make sense.
I think it makes sense that that would happen. So that tells me maybe we'll be seeing, could there be another TIE fighter? I mean another X-wing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think a cool set would be like a Rogue Squadron X-wing set.
That makes what it
Please, 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 please.
a trench
I
run. Trench run. They
oh
already did the trench
oh
run with
oh yeah.
Luke, but why would you not do a rebel trench run where you got wedge? You could flip everything. So
Mm-hmm.
you could do a standard wedge that doesn't have battle damage, a battle damage Biggs, and a battle damage Luke's X-wing.
Totally dependent on how they do that. It could be, it's not like the TIE fighter, right? You can put
Yeah.
as many TIE fighters as you want in there and it's not weird. If you
Yep.
put 5 red 3s in a
Yes.
box, that's a little weird, right?
Yes.
So
Agreed.
I think for that pack to be palatable, I don't, attractive, for that to be successful, I think you've got to have different deco on the X-wings in there, right? To
Yeah.
make them stand out.
You could
It's not a
do
TIE fighter where they're just a million carbon copies of the same thing. I mean, if you do that with an X-wing, that's a little awkward, and I don't know that people would
and think
jump on that.
about how awesome, how fast would they sell if they could do two sets of the trench run. You could do the X-wing trench run with Biggs, Wedge, and Luke. You could also do a Y-wing trench run with Gold Leader and then the other two Y-wings.
Which
I mean,
they've
like
already they've that we've
that
now got.
makes total sense to do that.
Gold 3 is in the
Yeah,
Ghost set, right?
yeah. One of them is
They
one of
can
them.
repack 2 of them in there.
Exactly. You could literally repack the exact same one. You don't even have to do a battle damage version. But that would be an awesome set. Both of those would be.
Man, Rogue Squadron, something like that. Just give me a whole fleet of them.
Yeah.
And really, the chases and rares, the bigs and the wedge thing, even Antok, I still think there's a way to kind of get around the chase thing by
Yep.
just making it battle damaged.
Agreed.
Wedge is battle damaged. Make
Yep.
him not battle damaged on Vault.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
saying. Yeah.
Biggs is not battle damaged. make
Yep.
him battle damaged
Yeah.
on just put a couple little score marks
You're
on there, and
taking
that's
the words
fine.
right out of my mouth there, Cole. Yeah.
Just put a little mark, and that's a Sabine's TIE fighter that gets shot at.
Yeah.
Battle damage Sabine's TIE fighter. Put it on Vault for $20.
You could also update some of the deco on that TIE fighter too. There is a lot more that could be done with the cockpit now that
On
they're doing that. Yeah,
Sabine's.
now that they're
Yeah, I
doing the
doubt that would
Tampo
happen.
thing. And I mean, really, with any of them, to be perfectly honest, I am surprised that we haven't seen this yet. Considering you're getting a bunch of ships from the same type of line, like, why not do a Jedi Interceptor pack where it's like Jedi Fleet? You get all of the Jedi Interceptors or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like a
Yeah.
Rebels pack where it's like you get the Phantom and you get Hera and Sabine and Hera's X-wing, and those all make a lot of sense. And but again, I think from the chase and rare thing, what's that? Oh
So
yeah,
I finally opened the Hoth set this week. I
yep.
posted about this and kind of asked that question. What would people like to see from Vault exclusives?
Yeah.
And the Hoth set is really like that's right in that sweet spot where they're kind of repackaging something. It's
Mm-hmm.
profitable for them, but I'm getting something new. I would say that is premium deco versus the other two, even though the Amazon one has a lot of extra deco.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'd call it premium, but it's got the panel lining, it's got
Mm-hmm.
the snow all over it, and it looks great. We've got a variant of a ship that's exclusive to the set.
Yep.
It's got the speeders. It's repacked with Luke. That is exactly, maybe not exactly in a perfect world. It's all new stuff and new
Mm-hmm.
molds and things like that. But that just makes a lot of sense to me because you're getting something new, you're getting something better, and it's got that world building aspect that I really want to see these bigger sets have.
Right.
Where you're building out scenes. I don't think it would be crazy for them to put an ATTE set on Vault that has alternate deco and
Dude, it'd be all over that.
pack
The
different
ATTE is so awesome.
clones in it, alternate ATTE deco, and throw in a few ships to go with it with alternate deco, where that's the only way to get that. And I feel like you're getting actual value in that case. There's a legitimate value to it. I'm interested to see what the premium deco on the torrent and the silencer are.
Yeah.
We'll
How could
see.
you do premium deco on the silencer? It's like a dark
Yeah,
gray ship.
I know. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, I don't know if it has premium deco or not. I think that
Yeah.
was my assumption.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I've got on here is all of the pre-orders. We got T6, still no pictures. Class of Carcoon is coming. Amazon, you got all the Series 6 light armor class bundles, the commons, secret mission still on its way. And then there's a ton of blank items. So this is one that there were a bunch of things that came up, Series 7 stuff that popped up on there that
Yeah.
that we're able to order, which we have
Which
no idea.
now, as of tonight,
Yeah. We may find out. Well, we'll find out on Tuesday whether or not any
yeah,
of those things are actually going to
we'll
be
see. I
the
actually
case.
don't know what we're talking about yet, but yeah,
Yeah,
I think we might learn more.
right. But
I've got them pre-ordered already. I just, it's Amazon. You just pre-order whatever you see, and if you cancel later, once you find out.
exactly. Yeah, I want to say, let me go in here and look at how many different items I've got that are pre-ordered.
Yeah, I believe we had 3 starfighters. No, 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 no. Yeah,
I've
was
got
it?
7 different items that don't have really any information that were ordered. So
Yeah, the $40 one is an odd one for sure. It
yeah,
shares a UPC with Ahsoka's shuttle, but
yeah,
it's $10 more. I don't know what the deal with that is. So
yeah. I mean, it doesn't even pull anything up anymore when I click on the
they've
link.
taken all of them down. All these that went up were up for 10-12 hours, and then they got 404. So they're like down.
Yeah. So those of you that got your orders in, we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. I remember when this happened in the past. So this happened way back. Like
We did
it
forget
was
to mention that. I was going to mention that the T6 did get pushed from, obviously it
yes,
did not ship out the first week of this month,
yeah,
but the
October.
fact that they pushed it to end of October 23rd, I think is what mine says now.
Yeah,
That lines up way closer to what it's looking like with Amazon's stuff.
agreed.
So it makes a lot more sense. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that Carcoon set also got pushed the closer we get. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we'll
unfortunate for
see.
those that thought Walmart was actually going to ship them then.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that until I actually see the
For
tracking
sure,
information.
or until even if we hear official info,
Yeah,
Walmart can still pull a Walmart at any time.
yeah. Well, we have finally reached all of the stuff that we have had prepared to talk about, and now is the time for some unboxing. So there are a couple different things that Cole's going to unbox. You want to talk
I
about
was
what they
just
are?
gonna let's check in chat here. Somebody was saying they could not find a Hera X-wing to save their life.
Yep, Hair X-wing will be out in full force here within the next couple weeks as
It was
Walmart's are
Howl
starting.
Runner base. I've seen uh I've seen so many posts
Yeah,
this week about it being found at
especially in
now
Walmart.
that they're at Walmart and Target.
Yeah,
Um a lot better chance at it. Howl Runner base.
yeah.
If you follow me and send me a message on YouTube, just YouTube / Micro Galaxy Squadron, I will. If you message me your info, I'll send you a Hera X-wing.
Nice. There you go. Boom.
Giveaway. We're doing giveaways here.
Making
Just
dreams come
yeah.
true.
I that's assuming you live in the continental or in North America. If you live in North America, send me a message on YouTube or something. I don't know, can you even do that? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. When you started to say that, I was like, "Really? You can get messages
Yeah, I
on
don't know.
YouTube?"
I'll track you down. Get New Mexico. Yeah, send me your info. I'll do a giveaway.
There you go.
Someone was kind enough to shout out Caleb Addy was kind enough to sell me one at Cost Plus Shipping,
I
and
wonder who that was.
I found a second this week, so I will send that out. And who knows, maybe there'll be something in this huge box that I've already got, and I'll do a giveaway here on Instagram or something like that. But
Sweet.
earlier we were chatting about
The blinds.
who in their right mind would pay 3 times the price for a blind box.
I would.
Crazy to pay 3 times the price for a blind box.
Yep.
But 2 times the price.
Yeah.
Give them
There
to
we
me all
go.
day. So
yeah, these are
very controversial, I think,
yep.
from what I've seen on Facebook. A lot of people, the blind box is controversial in general. I'll give people that. So these are $30. for 3, so they're $10 a piece. A lot of people don't like that, and I get it. The deal is the rare and chase rate on these is far and away better than what you're going to find in a store. I've come
Very, very
across
high.
I've come across 8 Series 6 cases of these so far. They've all been common cases. So I added up everything on Facebook. I think you got some, a couple other people got some. I don't know. I added up all the ones and it was like 40 something blind boxes that just a few of us in Facebook got that first wave of these.
Yep.
And by my math, 42% of them are either rare or chase. That means over a third of these 3-packs are rare or chase. Now people can get 3 of them that are not. You're not guaranteed. There's always the unfortunate person that gets screwed out by it. But I think you got some that had multiples, right? Like a rare and a chase in them.
In the
In a
3-packs that I
3-pack?
got,
Yeah.
I got 4 of them. Every single one had a rare or a chase, or multiple rare and chase.
That's what I'm asking. So you got at least 1 or 2 3-packs that had more than 1 rare or chase in them, right?
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is how
actually, so of the 4, of the 4 packs that I got, there was one that I had that no, there were 2 that I had that had the rare and the chase in it, and 2 that I had that had just a rare and or just a chase. So the great thing about it, from my perspective, I want to get. I really like to have the case, the display case. So when they originally hit stores, I got one of the cases.
Sure.
The front of
Same.
the box was damaged. It was a common case. So then I found another one that it was a pristine box, completely common case. So I was like, all right, great. Now I've got my common case. I got the box. I ordered them off of actually Walmart at the time, and I
Yeah, the
completed the
first
set.
wave went up on Walmart.
I literally completed the set right then. I got
Yeah.
the 2. I got the 2 of the 3-packs, and one had chase, rare, common. The other one had rare, common, common, and I was like, done. I don't even need these anymore now. So for those people that are concerned about finding the chases and rares, I'm telling you, it is worth your time and effort to just buy these.
I see all these people buying case after case after case, and they're like, I've bought 6 cases, which is hundreds of dollars.
Right? Why?
And I'm like, guys, these 3-packs are crazy. A 42% hit rate is insane. Now, I'm gonna open these 2 3-packs and get 0 because we said all that. I will say I dipped my toe in the water with the first one and got 1 3-pack, and my first 3-pack was the Chase clone captain, a clone on the ATRT, and the Geonosian warrior.
Yeah.
And that was before, and people still are not finding. I take that back. I did just get a message earlier of somebody that found a ton of clone captains at Walmart. But at least at the time, people were not finding the chase assortment on store shelves. That's changed. I see a few people finding them, but it's like they're crazy. So I know it's a lot of money. Not everybody even loves the blind boxes, but if there is a wave where you're like, I've got to have that rare or chase or both, save yourself the time and energy and ultimately the money and just buy a few of these 3-packs, and you're probably going to get everything you need.
Yeah.
In the first few that you buy, because they're crazy. And I know it's weird because the seller is random. It's a River Trading Company or something, like the River Colony Trading Company. It's something super weird. River Colony
That's it.
Trading.
River Colony Trading Company.
But these are legit bags, and you know they're legit because this is the exact same style packaging that the bundles from Amazon come in. So Jazwares is packaging these for this distributor, like this. So at least some people are able to buy these 3-packs, and the only person that's doing it is this one person that's selling them online.
But, and the packages, the actual boxes themselves are unique. So they'll have the boxes have like the 2 different languages on it. Have you seen that on yours?
No.
And then when you open it up and you turn it around to the back where it has the SKU on the back, it has like a specific thing over top of the SKU.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. There's a sticker over the UPC.
There's a sticker over the UPC on it. So they are unique. Are you gonna open them or what, man? Come on, dude. Killing me. This is like a Brandon Sanderson build up here.
All right. Let's see. First one. So close to the mic. It's like.
Did you cut the top of the box or the bottom of the box, Cole?
Didn't even look. First one, clone on a bark speeder.
Common.
Kevin. Oh man. If we went through that whole 15-minute spiel, we'll just say that this is the bottom this time. Do you prefer the top or the bottom? You cut them on the bottom?
I cut them on the bottom for sure. Yeah.
I think if I'm like actually paying attention, that's probably what I do. Okay, we got a B1 and stat.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. Number 3.
You said 42%, so
you never know. The next one could be 3 chases. Kevin. It never fails. Chase.
Boom.
Chase.
Look at that.
Chase. Clone Captain. Red. It never fails. They're crazy, man. Okay. Hey, even if it's the one chase, where I feel slightly vindicated. Because those are still
42%.
Those are still those are still very hard to come across in stores, I think, right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, think about how many you have to buy to get that. You have to buy, instead of buying 3, you have to buy a full case to make sure that you insure yourself.
Exactly, which is, depending on where you're buying it.
Right.
All right. We're batting 33% right now. Let's see if we can get that up to, let's see, 66% would be right here.
So you're making me want to go on Amazon right now.
Buy more?
What's your link, man? So I can go ahead and buy some more of these?
Yeah, Amazon.com/shop/Micro Galaxy Squadron. Rare. Clone Sergeant. First one here. This is actually the first one I've opened. I needed this one. Nice. So that's really awesome. I wouldn't be upset if I got another one in here. Sweet. Right off the bat. So I'm done with, I've opened 3 3-packs and I'm done with the wave.
All right, let's see here.
Number 5.
2. On number 5.
Another B1.
Okay, stap in it.
If you're gonna get multiples, I'm not upset about B1s. Although I've got a lot now after that Disney Store. Got a lot of them after that Disney Store set came out.
Yep.
All right, last one. I'm feeling good because one chase on the first one, got the rare onto the second one. Let's see. Can we raise that percentage?
Let's see. Here we go.
No. Common bark speeder. But that's still crazy, right?
That's great, man. One
per 3-pack. I
Great
love
money.
those odds.
Yeah.
Um,
And
that's
again, you
that's
paid $60
fantastic,
for
right?
those two. $60 for the two. And beyond the ATRT, you've got the full wave, right? The ATRT.
I've got everything now. I've
No,
purchased
but I'm saying
3.
just in those two packs, the only thing that you're
Oh,
missing then is the ATRT.
and the Geonosian.
Oh, okay. Well, you have one from last wave, so we'll count that one out.
Yeah. So, but out of the 3 packs, I have everything,
Yeah.
and that's you're getting close to how. So at $5 a piece,
Hmm.
you're
It's the
looking at
same cost as a
60.
full box.
It's not totally different from the cost of buying a full case, but you're almost guaranteed the full wave. When if you get one common case, how many common cases are you going to buy to find that
Yeah,
rare in
you're
that
talking
chase?
about 60
And if you
bucks
find the
maybe.
rare, you're not going to find the chase with these new assortments. Back in the day, you could find a rare and a chase in
Yeah,
in the same assortment.
right.
Now, if you hit on the green clone, there's no red clones in there. So you're searching for, at best, you're on your third case, or
Yeah.
down the road.
That did drive me nuts with series 5 with trying to find that shadow scout trooper. Gosh, the
Mm,
amount of and
yep.
actually sorry, not even that one. The one that really drove me nuts was series 3, trying to find a second Dooku and um whatever, a snow trooper.
Yeah,
That was like,
Snowtrooper.
I feel
Yeah,
like I bought
Snowtrooper.
4 or 5 cases and it was like, gosh, man, I didn't get anything. It was so frustrating. But well, that's great. So
I
that's
actually,
one.
I actually don't know if it's shop or store. I'm terrible at my job on Amazon there. I don't know if it's /shop or /store, but I think it might be /shop /Micro Galaxy Squadron on Amazon. I think they're still in stock.
Well, either way,
Go check them
there's a
out.
there's a bunch of different
If you
ways you could
need the
grab it.
clones, you
Yep.
could also find it on Kevin's Facebook group. I'm sure it's pinned up there somewhere through his affiliate link.
Yeah, and you could go to any one of my YouTube videos in the description. It's got
Yeah,
my
on
Amazon
this
shop
channel.
as well as the link. Yeah.
So my
So
fear is that people see me posting about those and they're like, he's just trying to make 3 cents off of a pack of these
yeah, it's like
overpriced blinds. And now I'm genuinely like, no,
yeah,
save money, overpay for these 3 packs, and save way more money in the long run,
right.
because these things just rain rares and chases.
I know.
Um, it's insane.
It was crazy with the last with series 5 when people were getting Rex, Poplu, and Grievous in
Mm-hmm.
one pack. It's like you get all the chases
Kevin,
and
that
rares,
happened to me twice.
which is nuts.
Both
That was
rares and the chase in one 3 pack twice. That happened to me.
right. That's nuts.
That's when I was a believer.
Yeah.
Actually, I was a believer when I bought 3, 4. When I
Mhm.
bought 4 of them and got the entire wave out of those, I think I just went through and opened. No, I bought 3
Mhm.
because there's only 8 different ones at the time. So I
Yeah.
bought 3 3 packs when those came out for Series 4, opened them all up straight, and got every single one in the wave, and I got one extra something.
Yeah, I remember when you got that, I had ordered some, and I want to say I ordered 2 or 3 of them, and I got all commons, and
Oh no.
no.
Yeah, so I don't,
Oh,
it's a little bit the same thing with the
Scott
bundles.
just Scott
With
just sent me a message that 3 pack is on sale on Amazon for $24.99.
I'm posting it right away. I'm clipping this, posting the video, posting the link. $25. It's a great deal, man.
It is,
I
yeah, 24.99, and
I can't
actually,
promise you're gonna get. I can't promise you're not gonna get maybe one all commons pack here or there, but the numbers literally do not lie. Like that percentage is insane.
yeah,
You know?
24.99, and Series 5 is actually 19.99.
Yeah. It's crazy. They're on sale. That's amazing. Amazon.com/shop/Micro Galaxy Squadron.
You need that link. Let me grab that link right now, and I will post that.
Okay. This box is really big, Kevin.
All right, while you're doing that,
this is going to be difficult to do.
Okay, for anybody looking for the link here, I'm posting it up on the page.
All right, I'm going to try to make myself some room here. No, I'm not going to move this table. That would be a disaster. I'll scoot back.
All right, there's the 3-pack is up. If anybody is interested.
Let me know if it's hard to hear me.
What's that?
Let me know if it's hard to hear me now that I'm way back here. Hold on.
Okay. I can hear you.
So, things are shifting around. I don't know how big it looked in the picture I posted. But this is large. This is very large. It doesn't even fit in the frame. We've got Star Wars.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Let's see. The planet there, Star Destroyer, Ghost. And I was looking at it earlier and I thought, that's silly. You have a TIE fighter shooting a TIE fighter. Looked a little closer and realized that's Sabine's TIE shooting a TIE fighter. So, pretty cool art on here. I love that little explosion, the glow that's on the front of the Ghost.
Sweet.
Sabine's TIE right under the Star Destroyer.
Hold on a second here. Let me do this the right way. There we go.
Yep. That's much better. Sabine's TIE fighter is right there below the Star Destroyer, blowing up that other one. We got the Ghost here doing some work. Very, very cool. This thing is so big. I don't know what's in here. Is the image same image on the other side?
Yep.
Same image. All right. I'm gonna have to set this down. Is that a first order Star Destroyer? Don't tell me that. I don't know. That would be funny. Okay. It's all shifting around in there. All right, here we go. Gonna have to cut this bad boy open and pull them out and hold them up because there is not room. All right. What do we have? And I saw a couple, maybe one or two other people might have got these. Okay. Oh wow. I think I saw Toying Around might have had one. I don't know if it's the same stuff. I clicked on it and saw the box was the same, and just kind of clicked around the video, so I didn't want to spoil it for myself. Okay. I don't know. This is a little crazy. This is right off the bat. It's looking a little eclectic, I would say. We've got this guy in here.
Series 1. What is it? Open it.
Launch Edition Series 1 blind box. What could be in this box? This is a strange way to start.
It's Scout Trooper.
This is a strange way to start. We got a Series 1 blind box here. I bought lots and lots of cases of this. Let's see. I mean, a rare chase would be nice.
Yeah. Mando.
I don't have 30 of those.
Yeah.
I went a little nuts with the first couple waves. Okay, so Series 1 blind box. Interesting. Let's see. Now Now we're moving on to Series 5.
Nice. You can never have too many of those TIE fighters. Those things are awesome.
Yeah, Special Forces TIE from Series 5. Cool.
Yeah.
These are still on Amazon for sure. If you're looking for any of this stuff, it's still on Amazon. You might be able to find Series 5. My guess is, I don't know what it's like in your area, Kevin. My guess is you'd have a little better luck finding these at Walmart
Yeah.
as
100%.
opposed to Target right now. I
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon, I'll still see a couple Series 5, maybe a Poe, maybe a Special Forces tie at Walmart.
Yep. I would agree.
Speaking of, next thing in this box, Poe
Nice.
Dameron, a
I
T-70 X-Wing
I love that
from
color.
Rise of Skywalker, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Because he's
That
got
is the coolest
R2 in
one.
there. This one grew on me, and I do think this is the coolest one now. I thought the black and the orange was pretty cool, but
Mhm.
I think this one eventually won out. No, this is not a vault pack. This is a random box that the folks at Jazwares sent me.
It's like a marketing package,
Right,
right?
right, right. One of those things they send to like influencers and stuff like that, and somehow I got one by accident. Poe.
Sweet.
Amazon. Okay. Rare. Shadow
Nice.
V-Wing.
Shadow V-Wing.
Okay, we've got the rare from not available on Amazon, but
That is cool.
I have seen people finding these at Walmart recently, which again is why I was kind of saying earlier. I think the fact that they're pushing Series 6 out now at Walmart
Yep.
is getting some of this old stuff that may have been sitting in the back out on the shelf. So you're seeing a little bit of Series 5 get put out
Yeah.
now that Series 6 is
I actually saw a
in
couple of
full
those.
swing here.
One of the first times that I've passed up on a rare. Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
that would be the Chase from Series 5, the hologram X-Wing. Pretty sweet. Um, the sweet Kevin Tanner sent me one of these back in the day.
That's right.
So,
Now you can take one out of the box, man.
but here's the thing. I've got the Holo TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
I only have one. I'm
I can't
never
send
gonna.
you I can't
I'm
send you another one of those.
Well, don't tell me that, but I'm never gonna take the hologram tie, the one I have. I'm never gonna take that one out of the box.
Yeah.
It makes sense to put those together.
Yeah.
So I think putting those side by side makes sense. I don't know that I'll ever open one of these. So I might do a giveaway with this coming up here.
Yeah.
Maybe
That'd be a
this
good
maybe
one. That it is really cool, to be perfectly honest.
it looks great. This
Opening
thing is
that.
very, very cool. I remember at the time when it came out, we were all thinking, are they going to switch to a hologram chase
Yeah.
model
Jeez.
going forward where they just do an old mold as a hologram? A lot of companies do that kind of thing. I know some of the DC Spin Masters stuff, they do like the silver and gold. A lot of people do like
Yeah.
silver and gold reuse for chases and rares. I thought that would have been a cool idea instead of making new stuff a chase and rare, but not the route they ended up going. But this is
Yeah.
cool. It looks amazing. I am probably gonna do a giveaway with this at some point. Micro Galaxy Squadron on Instagram. I'll find a way. Maybe they'll let me do a giveaway on the stream on Tuesday. Okay. Those were the small boxes on top. Now we've got to some like beefy boys here at the bottom. And we got this in here.
The
There we go.
bongo.
The bongo.
Do an army of army of Jar Jars.
Fleet building. Um, I might, I might try to do like what's shipping like to Canada?
Shipping like to Canada, not cheap, depending on where you're going.
Okay, well, never mind then. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. I guess I was gonna say maybe
Yeah,
send it to Canada, but
depending on where you're going, if you're sending it to like a specific type of hub, it's not that expensive. If you're
yeah,
sending it somewhere that's out of the way, no.
yeah. We got this Sith Infiltrator.
Sweet.
This is fairly new.
Yeah.
Um, the interesting, I'm noticing there's no only at Target sticker on here.
Ah, look at that.
So I'm wondering if maybe Canadians and other international people might be seeing this come in their way potentially. I don't that totally guessing on that, but there's no Target sticker on this. So maybe they're doing a run of them that they're going to send internationally somewhere. I don't know. Very cool set. I have not opened this yet, so I have not opened one yet.
Be careful with the
Did you
wings.
like it? I've heard something about the wings.
Yeah.
You wanna explain?
Yeah, the wings have an unfortunate, just the way that they made them.
I'm running out of room here. It's all piling up by my feet.
I know you're gonna have to open some stuff up, but let's see if we can see this on the camera here. So like right there, right where my finger was, you can see there is like a little tab. See that?
Right.
So that, unfortunately, this piece right here needs a tiny little cutout for that tab to be able to go through, but there's not. It's almost like they forgot to put that on that piece. So when you try to go to push it down, it doesn't want to go because there's no clearance.
Okay.
There's no clearance right there. Literally no clearance at all. So if you're really trying to
So it's
close
working
it,
that plastic pretty hard there then.
it's working the plastic super
Okay.
hard. Yeah, mine
So it's one
actually.
of those where you probably need to decide which way you want to display it and maybe leave it that way a majority of
Yeah,
the time. Yeah.
mine
Good to
where I was
know.
really trying to play with it already has stress cracks on it. Like
Wow. Okay.
the plastic is stressed really bad.
Rich said he got his on Amazon UK. I didn't know these were up on Amazon UK, so maybe that's the deal. Maybe they're going up
But this
internationally.
is relative to the Action Fleet version, and Damon might be able to post a picture of
That
this
looks
relative to the
great to me.
Transformers one. The size of this is way better. I mean, it is way
It
better.
looks really good. It's one of those that it's just a good toyetic design in general, but they did looks like they did a great job with that.
Yeah, the interior is pretty sweet as well.
Who, Darth Maul's got friends in there or something hosting parties. What are all those
He
suits
does, yeah.
for?
Yeah,
Do
so
the
somebody actually posted the
do the
picture of.
Inquisitors? Is this like
Yeah, the somebody posted a picture of like the DK cutout or whatever that they have, the vehicle thing, and it shows literally that image. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's a little door on the back too. ATT, man,
ATT also new?
I could I could literally get. I am. Oops, where am I going here? My bad. I I can't wait until those go on sale because I will definitely be getting more of those.
Start fleet
That
building those.
the
They look great.
ATT
Hey,
is so awesome.
Vault, Jazwares Vault. Just slap a little different paint on here, put some different clones in there.
Yeah.
We'll buy another one. We'll do it.
You don't
We'll
even
buy
have to
another
put
one.
any other clones in there, to be perfectly honest. Just slap a little different paint on it, man, and I'm in.
Looks great in the box here. Another one. I haven't opened one of these yet, so
You are missing out. I
this is
would say you
amazing.
have to open one tonight after we're done with this. It is amazing.
There's
It is
one thing.
better. It is better than the ATTE. Or sorry, the ATAT.
The AT-AT, especially this guy up here,
Yeah.
probably my favorite thing in the line. I'd say I think I gave it my number one spot of 2023, I believe.
Yeah.
And this one is even better. I love this one with the panel lining and all that. It's amazing.
The
Um,
LAATC. So interesting thing about the LAATC. So with the ATTE on the sides of those middle legs, there is a piece that's missing that looks like a little clamp that you could be able to clip something in. The one interesting thing when we did an interview with the brand manager a little over a year ago, we had talked about the same thing about an LAATC. And he was like, yeah, wouldn't it be really interesting if you had an LAATC that could like come down and clamp and pick up the ATTE? And wouldn't it be interesting if we did the LAAT that had like a fully closing door and gun turrets that were actually shorter instead of the longer ones? And the interesting thing about the conversations that we've had with the brand manager is most of that stuff has come to fruition.
Still
So
coming true. What
it's
did we talk
still
about
coming.
earlier? The Podracer set that he teased about last year.
The
Early,
Duds Bolt.
a long time ago last year.
Yep. And the
Now we've seen
Ghost,
it come out.
the Phantom. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I have a list on my Google Drive of all of the Micro
All the
Galaxy
things he
hints and stuff that were on there, and almost all of them have come true.
yeah.
So
It's
that's where
pretty
it's
fun.
interesting to hear what's coming in Series 7 because, of the list of things that are still in there, there are still some pieces that were discussed, like Carson Teva's X-Wing, Max Reed's X-Wing,
Hmm.
like those two that were in there. There's a couple other ones that were Enfys Nest Speeder for the Scout class. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and they are several waves beyond that now that they're working on right now. So
Right.
a
Okay. What
lot
else?
more
What else you
still to
got,
come.
man?
There is one item left in here. I'll give you a guess
Ooh.
based on the yeah. Just in time for the fall weather and the spooky season. It's a ghost.
The Ghost. That
Again,
is now.
I
I
don't know if
will
this
say
makes me the fakest uh micro poster around. Have not opened the ghost yet.
the Ghost is better than the AT-AT. I mean, it
I
is definitely my favorite of
Then the
all of the
AT-AT or
line.
ATT?
All of the above. It is
It's
the
the best
best.
in the
It
line.
is hands down the best of the best. I mean, it's amazing. The detail on the
It looks
panel
so good.
lining, the sculpt of it, all of the different play features of it, the sound effects that come with it, the amount of different sound effects that you get. So you get like
Yeah.
you get the accelerating, the hyperdrive, you get the
I've
when
seen
you
the list.
shake it.
I think
I
at
mean,
some point Dave posted a like a list of all the sounds, and I think I remember taking a screenshot of that I still have
yep.
on there. Thanks for
Hmm.
posting that when you did. And I was like, I'm gonna sit there one day and go through this whole list and mess with them. This looks
Yes.
amazing. I will say, the one I had delivered to me from the store and all of the ones I've seen in the store, Sabine's kind of got a little thing going on the face, right?
Yep.
I don't think this necessarily I don't think this hurts the TIE fighter value much. Still an awesome TIE fighter,
Well, with her,
right?
yeah,
People that just wanted a Sabine.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
Sabine did not have an issue with her visor. Most of the ones I've seen in store, something's going on with the paint there, right?
Yes.
Does that jive with what you've seen in store?
Yeah, I have found some that don't have that. Um,
Okay, at all?
uh, that don't have it. Have I seen any that don't have it at all? I
Yeah.
don't know. I've seen some that are definitely better.
So
So
this is the best I've seen.
yeah. Now, if you do want a comparison of those two, of the Sabine that comes in that Ghost set versus the Sabine that comes in the Series 2, I have that on my channel on the Ghost Review, so you can certainly tune
Mm-hmm.
into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
How
say
different is it?
it's it's not that much different, but the one thing that is interesting, so comparing Hera Series 2 and Sabine Series 2 to what we're getting with the Series 6 stuff, the paint applications are definitely better. They're
Really?
way more crisp and more accurate
Okay.
than what we had with those original ones. And so there's some minor, very minor differences, but from a
The walls are closing in, Kevin. It's I'm surrounded in here. There's
yeah.
crap everywhere. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for sure that the quality of the deco application is definitely better with the
Good to
newer
know.
stuff.
Someone was kind enough to hook me up with one of their Ross finds.
Mm,
Britt Mason,
yep.
absolute prince of a man, sent me one of his Ross finds. I searched quite a bit, could not find one. So I'm going to open one of those eventually. I never thought I'd be able to open a Sabine tie. Just couldn't do it with the one I found at Target back in the day. Couldn't do it.
Nice. Thanks, Damon.
Um, but now that I've got two, that thing's going right up there with this one.
Yep.
I just need
That's
a
awesome.
good flight stand for it. Hey, instructions right on the bottom here.
Hey, I've got a flight stand for that.
You've designed one for just a general TIE fighter one?
For the TIE fighter, yeah. I've got a hanger that you can tack
Oh,
up
I
for
know.
the top.
Yeah. I've seen the hangers, but you just have a flight stand for it.
No.
Oh, okay. I need it to like fly above and behind the ghost.
Oh yeah.
This
What you
is
need to do is take your
this is
you have
massive.
you
This
have
is
one of the
massive.
Walmart things, right? One of the Walmart evasive action battle packs.
I do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Use
what?
them.
When those went on sale, I should have bought more just for the stands.
Right.
I'm not sure why I didn't. Didn't those get down to like $15 or something like that?
Yes, they
I
did.
would have had
Yeah.
more, another TIE fighter, which is fine. An X-wing, yeah, no, whatever. But another one of those stands. All right, here's the little lineup is looking pretty good in here.
All right, hold on a second.
Looking pretty good. That is
Yeah, that Sabine definitely looks good.
one of the better Sabine visors I've seen. It looks better in person than it's coming across on camera there. But
Yeah.
one of the better ones I've seen. They all look pretty good. Kanan really sharp. Nothing is like totally off on this, so that's great. Man, a lot of these Kevin, my my almost 4-year-old has gotten into Transformers,
Nice.
and I feel like I have cut so many of these little bands that they use in this packaging. I am so over cutting these little bands. And this has a lot. It's double banded everywhere. Everywhere there's a band, it's double banded. This thing's not going anywhere ever.
This is on the Ghost.
Yes, and that's on top of the normal Jazwares bubble tray that these sit in, which is you need a jackhammer to get them out.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
So
not going
with
anywhere
with
ever.
the Disney pack that I
Yes.
got, I broke two of the staps trying to get those things out of the
Oh
box.
no, another one I haven't opened yet. I
Yeah.
am an inbox collector, not by choice. It just happens.
Yeah. What you need though,
Too many of
Cole,
them. Did I just break this?
you
I'll
you
tell you
won't
what happens, and I think I've told you this before. I get the new stuff and sit there thinking I'm gonna make content somehow with this, and life and an ever-growing stack of it and everything. It it just the stack grows and grows and grows, and I don't make the videos. You did it. You did the thing. I have not done that yet. I'm going to do that for sure.
This
I
is
would
the one.
love I would love that to be the second figure with the ATDP that they teased at Celebration. An ATDP pilot and that version of Ezra would be amazing.
Yeah.
Stevie, this is what we're working on now. This was in the box. Um, so there were Series 5 starfighters, and then some of the new larger ships is what was in the box, Stevie. And the hologram X-wing was in there too. The Shadow V-wing was in there. Very, very cool. Thank you, awesome folks at Jazwares for sending that over. I'm probably gonna give away the that Holo X-wing at some point. Do a giveaway for that.
This is the other thing you're missing, Cole.
The puffer pig.
The
You
puffer
gotta
pig.
have puffer pigs. I'll get a puffer pig. I've seen some of the stuff people are working on for these, and it's pretty awesome. You can get the fuel tanks, right, and the
Yep.
cargo. There's a lot of really cool stuff people are working on. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember which creator that is that's making that stuff.
I think it's Ron.
Is that who's doing that?
Yeah.
Ron
Moyne.
Moyne. Is it Mione or Moine?
I think Moine.
Kevin, it's so hard. um, there's a like 80% chance I just woke up all the kids. The baby's gonna be screaming. My wife's gonna be sad about that. Toddler's gonna come in here and start banging on the door, asking what I'm opening. He knows, man. I feel bad for him, man. He knows. I've got him like too into toys. It's not good. This is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing that I noticed.
The weight of it is perfect.
Yep.
Sometimes the plastic they use, some of the stuff, MGS can be kind of on the light side, right? There's not a lot of heft to some of it. This is like a perfect size and weight, I think, for this. And dude, this looks so good. I don't know what to do about my HasLab Ghost anymore. Anybody in chat kind of in the same spot where you got the HasLab Ghost, but this is so cool that now you're a little conflicted on what to do with that. How much was that? $400, something like that.
Yeah.
This beats the Falcon. It's not even.
Not
I haven't even
close.
opened it up, and it's like not even close.
Yeah, the one thing I commented on in my review that I thought was I was looking at it, and the cargo door here on the front sits down pretty low relative to where the bottom is, and the bottom here looks like it's a little bit flatter. And so the one thing, yeah, the one thing that is interesting about it is I've seen some pictures of it, and that is the way it is. So depending on the picture that you're looking at, so if you're watching it on the show, it looks like that cargo door probably is a little bit higher. In some of the actual like the whatever the vehicle cutout or whatever it is that they do, it does look like that. So the diagrams or whatever. And I will say too, Cole, that you're going to have to do a black wash on one of your Phantoms.
So I've seen that mentioned several times.
Because
I don't disagree. I will probably do something, but my thinking is I'll probably go a lot lighter with the wash on the Phantom or the panel lining, just so, because let's be honest, this is pretty heavy and dark. This is like a really high contrast panel lining that they've done on here.
Yeah.
I think I might go really light on the Phantom, or lighter color, so that you still get some separation, that there's and distinction between two separate vehicles on here to make the Phantom stand out, but just look a little closer to the to this ghost here, because I do get what you're saying. I've seen that in pictures where
Yeah.
they've put that Phantom's pretty. It's a very, very, very light wash, especially
And
uh,
it does stick
the
out.
way they're putting stuff out these days, with a little heavier wash and a little more panel lining. It's
Yeah.
pretty clean, so I totally get what people are saying in that regard. This is supposed to turn, right? This turret.
Yeah, yeah, it turns.
Do you get a click every time it turns? Like, is it a ratcheting thing or no?
Uh, it does click.
It's a little. Mine clicks 2 or 3 times in the whole 360.
Yeah,
A little weird.
mine does also, but I'll
I
have to open it
love
up.
this green, the green translucent green canopy on that turret. If I had known this was going to be in there, I should have brought some AAAs up here.
Yeah, I can run through the sounds. I've got batteries in mine.
So, where do we pull from here? I have not looked at it.
The
Okay.
back.
That was it. Yep, found it. Found it.
Yeah, putting it back on is a bit of a challenge. But I mean, look
What
at
is
the
this?
underside. Look at the underside of the panel when you pull it off.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what. I didn't really look at the underside.
No, I mean pull like the panel.
I know what you're saying. I didn't even look at the underside of this. Landing gear I like better than the Falcon. Oh wow, that's uh-oh. Easy to come out, little tough to get it back in. Oh, that felt bad. Okay. Cool. I assume this is batteries
Yes,
in here.
that's the battery
Okay.
pack.
All right. Very cool. I love the is this open? Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Okay. Let's see Sabine's artwork in here. Oh, that's a crazy amount of detail and wash.
I know. Look at all of the detail all over like that one side, the bottom side right now on the camera. It's pretty amazing
That's
how
crazy.
intricate the details are.
Again, not something they have to do at all,
Right.
but it's one of those things where it makes all the difference in the world when you're digging into one of these things. Crazy amount of detail there. It does feel very tight. Yeah, a lot of this stuff feels very tight to me. That's so cool. What did they do with the artwork here? Is this like printed on, or is it a
Looks like a
sticker? It's a
sticker.
sticker. Okay. I don't mind it.
Nope. As long as you don't dunk the thing in water, it'll be totally fine. Shouldn't
Yeah,
have any
with
problems with
batteries in there and electronics, that wasn't the first thing on my mind.
it. Nope.
I assume most people have this and have opened it and
Yeah.
played with it by now. Anybody in chat not purchased one or opened it and want to see anything in particular, let me know.
One thing that's crazy, Cole,
it's
is
hard to show off that artwork.
When these first came out, there were a lot of them all over the place, and then they're gone.
They've dried up. Yeah, it seems like they got one shipment.
Yeah.
Target got that one initial shipment for that launch, and I have not seen any in my stores yet. And I know people have found. I think people have found them at Walmart, but none of mine. Mine have stocked ATTEs now, and the blind boxes. But that's all I've seen at my WalMarts. I have not seen these at Walmart, so it's been quite a while since I've seen any of these at a store, which is great news. I mean, I hope they continue to sell super well.
Yeah.
I know that it's still available online, I guess, and we forgot to mention this earlier. I think the Target 20% off Star Wars items sale is still going on. So this is only $48, I believe, at Target.
Just crazy. It's disappointing I paid $60 for it, but it is awesome. It's worth it.
This is incredible. So I see the piece here. Do you just for the docking?
Yeah, you pull it up.
Do you just push it?
Pull it up.
The whole thing slides out.
The whole thing comes out. Yeah, it's kind of like clipped in there.
They scare me sometimes. Some of these things.
It's not that bad once you get a feel for it, how it pops out.
Very cool. And then you just spin this around and pop it back in.
Spin it around and pop it right back in. Yep. Yeah, I thought originally that it was gonna swivel.
I see. Like yep.
But yeah, it's not.
Great way to do it. So now protruding.
Yeah.
And let's throw.
Open up that hollow X-wing.
I've got something. I'm gonna give that away. Hold on. I've seen this online. I just gave it away.
And throw the A-wing on it.
Yeah. I have seen this being a thing before.
I mean, we need to get a Phoenix Squadron.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that. Oh, so cool. So cool. Got Harris A-wing on there. Not the intended use. The intended use being the droid ports, but just you know, a blip in the matrix there, a little bit of serendipity. The A-wing fits on right there as well with the cockpit. A-wing is tight, man. It's on the, you can rock it back and forth because it's, you know, but the fit width-wise is pretty tight in there. It feels perfect in there. That's awesome. And really, the fact that you can move it a little bit, depending on how you've got it displayed, if you wanted to show off a little more of that deco that's on the top of the A-wing. I hate that my camera's zooming in and out like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really hope that
very cool. So anything with a droid port goes on there, and the A-wings will snap in through the cockpit.
David, you're saying too that the droid ports, except for the V-wing and the Jedi Starfighter, have been loose.
Hey, when they release the Ahsoka version of one of these, we can put the E-wings on it.
That's right.
You've got to assume that's coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the one thing that's fascinating, Scott Jones figured this out too, is the Phantom 2
sounds are with the toothpick. Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
If you wherever the Phantom docks on there, there's the basically it's a
right
button.
there. There's the two buttons that are on the top part
right
in the video that you're showing right now.
You've got one here and one here that's basically a button. And if you look at the bottom of the Phantom 1, it only has one of those pegs. So if you use a toothpick or a tiny little screwdriver or something like that, you can poke the Phantom 2 button and it will make the Phantom 2 docking sound. And then I believe if you hold it down and press the buttons over here, it'll make the blaster sound for the Phantom 2 blaster sound, right?
All right, here you go. Here is the
Phantom 1 sound.
Here's the Phantom 1 sound. There's the other one. Can you hear that?
Yeah. Barely. I think your like noise suppression stuff's probably getting rid of most of it.
Oh yeah.
But try it out at home. It's cool.
Yep. It is cool.
This is amazing. Yeah, the stickers that are in here are incredible. Little kitchen area. Lounge. Is that the kitchen, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got the things going nuts now that I turned the volume on. But here's the lights, Cole, on the back.
Uh-huh. Those look good. Nice. And I believe this one does the same thing where if you hit it a couple times or hold it, it'll do the same thing the Falcon does where it's like meh, 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 meh. It
I
stalls
think
out as
so.
well.
Yeah, there might be a pattern to it, but the one thing that's interesting about it, let me turn off this noise suppression thing so that you can hear it a little bit better because the
What is going on in the middle of the floor? The clear thing right in the middle of the ship?
that's a light.
That's a light.
Yeah,
Oh. When the lid is on, that lights up the turret. Is that
lights
correct?
up the turret. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So here's the.
I
I'm
see.
going to turn off this this audio suppression thing, but so here is the different sounds. So that's turning it on, and then if you shake it. You hear that?
Nice. The alarm. What is that?
Then if you hold the two buttons down. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Hold on. There's your hyperspace.
Hyperdrive.
That's pretty sweet, too, that you have just the one button that does the firing sound.
Uh-huh.
Just alternates between those two. And then you have all the gyroscopic.
Shake weight.
Yeah. And then it's got the power down sound. So this is pretty sweet. It'll come here in a second.
Any Easter eggs you found in here?
The ones shaking it are the ones that I thought were the coolest Easter eggs for sure.
Do we have like a little chest? A nice little Easter egg would have been a chest with like either Kanan's saber on it or the little holocron.
Yeah. Did you hear the little power down sound?
Yeah.
Yep.
The that little chest with the holocron sitting on top would have been really cool. I don't know at this scale if they could have done a good holocron, but
no, there's on the instruction manual
the
or whatever,
wild.
It shows all of the different sounds that it makes. Does the Phantom actually dock that way in the show? I've only ever seen it reverse way.
It actually can dock either direction in the show.
Yeah, the one thing that's different definitely about the toy Phantom is on the toy Phantom, it's got these guns out. On the show, they're typically in. They don't come out until they actually put it in like an attack mode or whatever, and then the guns actually do come out and they retract. So it can dock in. And the other thing that's different about it from the show perspective is the top of the Phantom here sits flush with the top of the Ghost. So it's much more down in it. But I don't think there's no way that you could have done that with this Ghost unless you either make the Phantom unplayable, so it's just like a piece that sticks on there, or you'd have to increase the size of the Ghost in order for it to work. So,
which is already massive.
Yeah, I would say from the perspective of I would rather have the Phantom as a playable unit and be what it is than go the other route. I may actually take a Phantom and cut it in half or try to shrink the height of it to see whether or not I can do it to where it gets a little bit closer to the top. But in order to do that, I'd have to cut the engines off the back as well. So it'd have to take some serious modification to make it look
some hardcore surgery there.
Yeah, it would be pretty hardcore because the Phantom is glued. What's that?
Does this turret on the front move, or is that locked into
It
place?
does. It does. It's
It
a
does.
little hard to get it to move, but yeah,
I'm
it'll
very scared.
no, it'll be fine.
It rotates
It
left to right.
rotates. Yeah. There's a
Bro,
there's a
I'm
little piece
okay.
on
Wow. Oh man.
there's a little
Mike.
piece on the underside where it gets stuck on that.
Yeah. And I'm sure the wash also
Yeah.
probably seeped in there and got a little locked. I'm gonna leave it where it is. I got it to rotate to the one side. I'll tell you what. The only thing I would have paid $5 more. I would have paid $64.99. I paid zero for this. Thank you, Jazwares. Um, I would have paid $64.99 instead of $59.99 if they had put deco on the seats, the personalized seats.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's such a huge part of the ship. So there are different molds. They have the individualized molds there for the seats. But if it had had like Sabine's racing stripe kind of that she has down,
Yeah.
that would have been like just over the top, above and beyond. Really, really cool. But other than that, I'm like blown away now that I have it like in hand and I'm actually looking at the details. The print on the sticker is like pretty high resolution, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the other thing that I was thinking as well. Like the stickers don't really look like stickers. I mean, they do a
Yeah,
little
I mean,
bit, but
so in the promo photos, I didn't know they were stickers. In the promo photos, I thought they had taken these pieces before assembly and had like done like inkjet.
mm,
I think they had. I assumed they had done some kind of like inkjet on this, but stickers work too. They look great.
yeah. Yeah, and again, as long as you're not getting it wet, I mean, things are gonna be totally fine.
And mine are all placed really well. That seems like something that could go awry pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Is
I mean, they've really
stickers getting like way out of whack or something like that. Mine are all like dead on.
they really crushed it with this one. I mean, I have seen very few beyond the
Is this a
Sabine
Gihoon
helmet.
product? Did I assume Gihoon designed this?
No idea.
Just
But beyond the Sabine issue, I've seen very few quality control
QC.
problems.
Yeah. That's what you want from your like flagship
Yeah.
annualized product like this, you know. Um Insanely cool. I'm gonna take a look at the figures here.
Yeah, the I have seen so I've had maybe two of them, I think, and looked at the figures
Two
and
ghosts
yeah, there is some differences in some of the figure paint application, but
in
um
terms of like variances between.
not that they're different, but just like quality control, small issues with where the paint's applied. But Zeb looks awesome.
I don't want to get them
Eden looks
mixed up,
awesome.
but here's the hair that I just pulled out of the A-wing.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell them apart. To be honest, the again, you can tell very easily by the quality of the paint application
Yep.
that the Series 6 one is just way
It is.
better.
So what's interesting is even though the mold is older, I don't think the camera would pick this up very well, but the paint they used in Series 2 is much thicker,
Mm-hmm.
and you're losing a lot of the detail to her face. It's a much thinner paint in Series 6 now. And a lot of that detail has come back into her face. And
Mm-hmm.
then you've got the sharper lines, and the only like actual difference in the deco I'm seeing is they went and added the little bit of brown above her belt
Yeah.
on her jumpsuit. So she's got the brown up here.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone in and added the brown that's down here above her belt line. So
Mm.
that is like an
Yeah.
actual difference.
Mine looks the same way.
That is an actual difference in the design there. But other than that, oh
Yeah.
no, as
Mine
you
does not have the brown on the bottom.
what?
Yeah, what does yours look like?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Seriously? Okay, this is gonna be hard to show. Come on.
Zoom in.
Do you see that?
All
The
right, hold
brown
on.
above her waist?
Yeah.
See that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yes.
Does yours have that?
Yes, it does have that.
Okay. Looks great. The lines are super clean. Hard to see in the video, but you can see a lot of facial detail there.
Yes.
The old one, does not have that brown above the belt.
Yeah, yeah.
Really losing the facial detail with that paint. So there is an actual difference to them, for anyone curious. Did you put that in your video, Kevin?
I'm yes. Well, everybody needs to go on.
Of Hera?
Everyone needs to go on and rewatch it and then comment on whether or not I actually did.
Sabine looks good. I have not opened one yet, so I don't know. Mine's across the room. I'm not gonna crawl through all this stuff to get to it, but I don't think I have my other one here. But you're just saying on Sabine, no difference really, just cleaner.
Yeah, not
lines.
really. I don't remember seeing any. I mean, there could be very minor differences between the two, but yeah, beyond the only problem with that version is the stuff on the mask.
Yeah, so this one, not bad.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't look great in the video, but it's compared to what I've seen in the store, it's much, much better.
Right.
What's
And it's really an easy fix, to be perfectly honest.
Because you can just go in with it, because the plastic.
Yeah. You could just take some of this, like the.
I think the plastic is that purple of the, at least of the head. The plastic is that purple color. So you could take a little bit of alcohol and wipe that off of the purple and then just go in with a Gundam marker, like a very fine point Gundam marker, and do the little line.
You could, or take this. The silver, the game color silver is perfect for being able to match that because it's a metallic color.
Kanan looks good. Blaster looks good. It looks like he's got his. Well, I think he's got his. It's large, I guess, because the detail, but I think he's got two pieces of his lightsaber. I believe is that on the side here, and then he's got the hilt is on the back, and then the emitter is on the side. Is that kind of how he does that? And do you remember that from the show? He keeps it in two pieces.
I do remember.
Oh, look at! I love that. I love the little marking on his shoulders there.
Yep,
that looks good, man. Ponytail. How far have we come, man?
Oh my gosh,
this
I know.
Ponytail looks incredible, and I just looked at the profile of his face. It's never gonna show up well. But dude, his profile?
Yeah.
His profile is so close to the show.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I remember when I
nailed that long nose and tall head. I mean, it's crazy when you really get down there and look at that. I could have told you who that was without seeing any of the paint or the ponytail, like just that face. I could have told you who that was, which is crazy at this scale, right?
Yeah.
It would be really interesting to see the unpainted molds for these and to see how much detail is there before they're painted.
Well, I think you can get that some, like the Series 1 Cobb Vanth. When you look at that Cobb Vanth, it just looks like a blob head. And I airbrushed it because I was going to paint it. and all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden you see that he's got lips and ears and like eyes. I mean, it's amazing the quality of the detail on those figures, and that's like I've been saying for a long time. If they don't paint the plastic, you lose tons of detail. It's the same thing with the B1 battle droids. You know, the battle droids have got a lot of detail on it too. There you go. Yeah, Zeb looks awesome.
Zeb's amazing. The detail on his fur.
Yeah, his face too.
Yeah, his feet look great. This is a great mold. I like the proportions. I feel like they kind of nailed the proportions of him.
Yep.
This makes me want them to go back and do a new Chewbacca.
Dude, I know we're gonna get another Razor Crest with Mando and Zeb. How could you not? How could you
Yeah,
not?
they get there, man. Reuse that mold. Yeah, for sure, for sure. They're gonna do
Absolutely.
that. That
Razor Crest
looks.
is awesome.
This looks so good. These micro figures look so good that I really, really, really want to buy another Ghost with the season 4 crew.
Yeah. I
To
mean,
get
it's
their different looks. I mean,
easy.
these are so good. They look so amazing. Like they're so detailed
Yeah.
that I would pay that price just to get the season 4 looks from these guys. Especially Ezra,
Hmm.
way different figure.
Yep.
It'd be cool you could get the mask for Kanan.
Hmm.
Hera doesn't
Which
change
figures do
much.
you
Does
think will
Hera
come
change
with
at all?
the Phantom 2? So, great question. I would say Chopper. I think you get Chopper
Unchanged.
unchanged. Although there is a difference between the Chopper you get and the Ghost.
So that
And
I bet
Phantom,
we get
sorry, the Phantom and Hera's X-Wing. There is a difference between those two choppers.
in the paint deco.
Yep.
Really,
Yep.
which one's more
100%.
detailed?
So the one that comes with the Hera X-Wing actually has like a battle damage to it.
Oh,
The
really?
other one, the one that comes with the Phantom, does not.
Really? Battle
Yeah.
damage? Is it just a wash that's on it?
Nope. Let me.
If I had to guess, I would say season 4 Ezra would be a pretty good candidate for the Phantom 2.
Get my two choppers here.
These are incredible. They knocked this out of the park. I don't know really what else they could have done within reason to this set. I wish I don't know where my Phantom is right now. I wish I could put the Phantom on it.
Yeah. Hang on a second. So here is
I have no idea where that went.
which figures do you think will come? Oh yes, anyways, chapter.
Yeah, surely you gotta assume there's a new Ezra, right? Okay, I want to see this.
All right.
Oh, is
So
this the back?
this is the front. So this is the Hera version
How many of those do you have?
of the Heras.
Yeah.
I'll check another one here in a minute.
I was gonna say, are you at liberty to say?
Yeah,
Are you
I do have.
hoarding?
I have one other one. I sent one to somebody yesterday. But the with this one here, this is the Hera one. Right down there on the front of it, it's got a little bit more like of a battle damage look to it than on the standard version that comes with the Phantom.
Yeah, let's see another one. See if that's intentional.
Let me see here.
If I had to guess, it could have just be a paint error, but
It could be a paint error.
that's kind of what I would guess.
But the other thing too on the bottom is the hole on the bottom is a different size as well.
For the two different ships.
Yeah, the X-wing version,
Oh,
it's going to be hard to see on there. The X-wing version, the hole you can see is a little bit bigger. This is
sure.
the X-wing version.
Hmm.
But yeah, on this other one that's in the box, it doesn't look like it's the same. It doesn't look like it has the
Not safe for work.
same thing on it. What's that?
Huh? Nothing. That's incredible. Thank you, Jazwares. I'm definitely gonna figure out a way to do a giveaway for that Hollow X-wing.
You want to give away that ghost to me? I'm in. I'll take that ATTE off your
I've
hands.
I've opened I've opened these now. I will be opening a lot of what just came from the Series 6 stuff. The only thing I have open from that larger stuff is the bongo.
Mm. The bongo is great. It's just very difficult to display because it's so big.
Yeah, I've awkwardly got it sitting between Qui-Gon and Darth Maul here over my
Yeah.
shoulder. It's like down there between the two of them.
What
That shit.
X-wings do you think are going to come with Series 7? I don't know. We're going to find out on Tuesday, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Something from Series 7.
Yeah. I
What
would
could they
say
do? What could they do at this? Well, I'm not going to say anything.
I would say if there was going to be anything Series 7 X-Wings, I would imagine there to be a Dagobah X-Wing, which is one that was
I've
talked about
said
a long time ago. Dagobah, potentially. Um, Carson Teva. Carson Teva makes sense with Bitter Asian Dude doing
it
the
does.
actual broadcast.
It's been a long time since they teased that. I feel like
Yes, that's thing.
that's been a
Over a
long time.
year.
I feel like that went away. I wonder if that one probably got pushed. If you're asking me.
But yeah, you could do the Dagobah X-Wing was talked about. I would say there's got to be a way that they're doing that. There's no way they couldn't do that. That's just such an easy one. Dagobah Luke's X-Wing. You could do Ray with Luke's X-Wing as well. That might make sense. That would be the first Ray figure that we get since we haven't gotten her on the speeder yet.
I'm looking at the list of what they're showing.
Of
I th-
what?
I think you guys are gonna be really excited. This is some cool stuff, and it is again. Hey, all those things that leaked from the stuff, kind of like Series 6. There are some surprises here, and this is a really, really, really cool list. So Tuesday night, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. on YouTube, 9 o'clock at 9 p.m. Eastern. Come find out what's in Series 7, some of the exclusives. Probably we got that picture of the little Marauder that's in the corner on that image that they sent over.
Yep.
We'll probably see some of those exclusives in Series 7 stuff, and this is really cool.
Hold on, here we go. Boom. There it is. There you go. September 10th.
I did not blink.
Be there or
this
be
is really
square.
cool. This is really, really cool. Oh, okay. Okay.
Awesome.
I hadn't read the whole list yet. It's really cool. I think this is a lot of awesome stuff that people are going to be really stoked about.
Sweet.
There are surprises to me, and I've seen all of the leaks, and there are some surprises to me, and it's they are things that I wanted to come out, and I'll be really, really, really happy about.
Nice. Look out, everybody. Here we go.
It's great stuff, and that's what, just a few days away. Gonna be really
That's
fun.
a few days away.
Gonna be really fun.
Awesome. Well, I think we've unboxed
And
everything.
hey, show up for it and get everybody show up. Tell your friends. Like I would love for the numbers to be huge, so that they're blown away by the response, and they say, "Oh, hey, this was super successful. I want them to keep doing this." I don't know if that's a thing. I would love for them to to continue like engaging with the community and doing this kind of thing. So I would assume the bigger the numbers are, the more likely they are to do that. So
yeah, tell all your friends.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about Jeremy Padower's tweet that I was trying to get people to jump on there? My
Yeah,
guess is
totally.
that was potentially a lead up to this, maybe just to get people hyped up. But man, that was that. Did you see this, Kevin? Did you?
Yes.
I posted about this.
Yep.
The response ended up being pretty overwhelming. I mean, that's one of his more successful tweets in a while. I think it had like
Nice.
25,000 views and um a, you know, several hundred likes, well over 100 something comments. So the MGS crew showed up for that. So
Great.
that's my thing. I just want them to know we're still here, we're still hyped. Give us good stuff.
That's
We'll
right.
buy it.
That's exactly right. Well, I think we're 2 hours and 43 minutes into this thing, which is crazy to believe that it's 2 hours and 43
It
minutes.
was like it's a podcast and then an extended unboxing video. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, I appreciate everybody that's been hanging with us for this long. We've had this kind of jumping up and down here throughout the period of time as people have been popping on and off. So thanks to all of you that have hung out the whole time and listened to us gab here for a while. So I would imagine that we'll probably be back on here in a couple weeks. Hopefully here towards the end of September, where we get some more information from the Walmart stuff.
I mean, who knows if we want to jump on and recap Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely
just let me know
we can do as well.
Just let me know. We'll process and recap and talk about what hyped us up.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. Well, all right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to catching everybody here in another couple weeks.
Yep. Check us out Tuesday.
Remember,
always check the top shelf.